start again. ब्राइटनेस बढ़ा के करना
Krishna eva Brahma eva Brahma है एकमात्र कृष्ण ही परम ये सभी ध्यान करते
शौनकादि ऋषि किसी को पूछे? शौनकादि ऋषि शिव जी। शौनकादि ऋषि किसी को पूछे? So Rishi is headed by Shaunaka Rishi. Once they asked for the four Kumaras. Oh no, and the four Kumaras they asked to Lord Brahma. Sanaka Sanandana Sanatana Kumara. So we've been discussing about the first sloka of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Do you remember? So the Rishi is headed by Shaunaka Rishi. They came to Brahma and they asked one question. Who is the topmost God? The deaf has fear from whom? And to whom should we worship? That if we worship him, then you will be able to be free from the cycle of birth and death. And if the jiva knows about him, the jiva will know about everything. By whose inspiration this material world is created? Is controlled. By whose inspiration this world is controlled? Okay, so first the question was, who is the topmost God? first question asks, what was the question? Do you understand? Who is the topmost worshipable? God. Param Deva. The death itself is afraid of whom? Another question. Something that if you know about this, you will know about everything. What is that? So we ask these questions. So what answer did Brahma give? Who is the only Supreme Lord, Shri Krishna. We should meditate upon him. And the death has fear from whom? From Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And if you know about him, you know about everything. Means who? Bhagavan. If you know about Bhagavan, you know about everything. Why? Because everything is inside Bhagavan. There are unlimited billions of universes. In his pores. Pores, you know where the hair is coming from the skin. So the universes, billions of universes come out and inside his pores when he breathes. Creation and destruction. There's a sloka in Brahma Samhita explained. Not only one, but billions of zillions of universes. In his blink of an eye, they are created and destroyed. This Brahma Bhagavan. And one who knows Bhagavan, he knows about everything. If you realize about Bhagavan, you realize about everything. Suns, moons, stars, everything is moving and running according to his guidance. Bhagavan Sri Krishna is Sata Swarupa, the embodiment of the truth. Not one, but there are unlimited billions of Brahmas, Shivas. Digpals means protector of directions, Indra. And all of them, they are bowing their head to the feet of Shri Krishna and performing many stavas to these many prayers in glorification. The insignificant soul cannot understand him. But speak of the jivas, even Lord Brahma himself becomes bewildered by him sometimes, by Krishna. Understand? Once Lord Brahma went to Dwaraka to meet Bhagavan. So at that moment, one security guard stopped Brahmaji in court. One security guard stopped Brahma to come inside Dwaraka. And then he asked, where I need to go? Oh, I need to meet Prabhu. God knows everything. Sarva Antarjami, he's in everyone's hearts. Actually, Bhagavan before had already told to the security guard. He told, but some fulana person will come, means some person will come and stop him. And then the security guard stopped him. Oh, but where do you want to go? Security guard asked, oh, I want to meet Bhagavan, Prabhu. Then security guard said, okay, I'll check, please wait outside. So Brahmaji was standing, waiting outside, standing up. Sorry, Brahmaji was standing up, waiting for the security guard to come back. So the security guard went inside Dwarka, and Bhagavan was in Sudharma Sabha, his assembly house. And Bhagavan, knowingly, he was doing so many things, like writing, like he was busy on purpose. And the security guard was standing, waiting to speak to Krishna. Then Bhagavan finally looked up and he said, what do you want? Security guard told, such and such person came and wants to meet with you. Bhagavan said, okay, ask him, who is he? Security guard came back and said, oh, what is your name? Brahmaji told, my name is Brahma. Then again he came back. And security guard said, okay, I'll ask Prabhu about you. Oh, Brahma came. And Bhagavan said, which Brahma came? Which Brahma? Brahmaji became completely bewildered. Which Brahma? Which Brahma? You mean there's another Brahma besides me? What is your name? Ashoka Krishna Das. Which Ashoka Krishna Das are you? Brahma became completely shocked. And then security guard came back to Krishna and told him. Oh. So Brahma had told the security guard, tell him I'm Brahmaji, the father of Sanak, four Kumaras. The security guard came back to Krishna and said, okay, that Brahma is the Sanak Pita, Chaturmukh, four-headed and father of four Kumaras. Okay, then Bhagavan allowed Brahma to come inside. Brahma came. When Brahma came next to Bhagavan, Bhagavan gave a place for him to sit down. What's your news? Like, what do you have to tell me? Why did you come here? What? Brahmaji told him, hey Prabhu, later I'll tell you why I came here. But first of all, I have a doubt in my mind. You asked your security guard, which Brahma? It means there's another Brahma besides me? I cannot understand this. Then Bhagavan at the time smiled a bit. Because Brahma in his heart is thinking, I am only one Brahma. So I create the universe. Then Bhagavan just smiled, and when he smiled, Brahmaji saw that unlimited billions of other Brahmas came and did pranama at the feet of Prabhu Sri Krishna. So the head of each Brahma was maybe 3-4 times like bigger than Lord Brahma from this universe. What is the meaning? The head of the Brahma of this universe is only like 4 heads. But there are other Brahmas who have 8 heads, 16, even thousands-headed person, Brahma, 1,000 heads in one Brahma. Also, unlimited billions of Indras, Digpals, they came also. So when all these Brahmas came and they went to do pranama at the feet of Shri Krishna, each other's mukut, crown, their crown of all these Brahmas, they like hit on each other. So the sound came like this sound of the crowns hitting against each other. But by the desire of Gopa-kumara, only this Chaturmukh Brahma, four-headed Brahma, saw everything. Saw to whom? To the other all Brahmas. But the other Brahmas that had come, they couldn't see each other. They were thinking, I am alone. Like Prabhu called me, remembered me, and I came. So this four-headed Brahma, he looked like a small ant or a mosquito in front of a gigantic elephant. This Brahma of this universe, four-headed Brahma, in front of the other Brahmas who had gigantic body. He was just like a mosquito, small. Mochar. Like a mosquito. Like a mosquito in front of the elephant, in front of an elephant. So all the Brahmas that had come, they asked Bhagavan. Krishna asked them, how are you, how's your universe? Then they told Krishna, oh Prabhu, if you're here in our universe, how come we have any problems? Everything's okay. Krishna said, okay, I called you to have your darshan, you can go now. So all of them were sent away. When they all left, this four-headed Brahma came to Krishna and said, Prabhu, now my doubt is dispelled. I thought that I was only one Brahma, the only Brahma. Then Krishna said, there are unlimited billions of universes. So the owner of each universe is, like the manager or owner is Brahma. Of each universe, there is one Brahma. Consequence. So, what is the most inferior Brahma universe is this one. Means this is the topmost, smallest universe. The smallest universe is this one. So the minimum head for Brahma is four heads, which is ours. So a universe which has the area double size this one, the head of that Brahma from this double side universe from here has 8 heads. So like this double, like this multiply. Multiplicate. So in the same way, Brahma, Indra and all of them. So what can us, insignificant jivas, understand? That's why Brahmaji told Brahmaji himself, those who say that they know everything, they understood everything, they didn't understand actually. Those who say, well, I know everything, I understood everything, it's not possible. We should give up the endeavor for knowledge and only sit next to the saints, and we should drink the nectarian Harikatha by hearing this katha. This verse is saying, Gyani-prayasam dapasya namanta eva. Shrutigata means with your ears you must hear the Harikatha. No one can conquer Bhagavan, but the saints, like if you sit near the saints and hear Harikatha from the saints, if you sit next to the saints and hear the nectarian Harikatha from them, they're very easily and quickly. You can even conquer Bhagavan, who is unconquerable. So the death fears to whom? What to speak of Brajanananda Shama Sundara? Even his plenary portion of Shri Krishna, who? Nrisimhadeva Bhagavan. When Nrisimhadeva Bhagavan appeared, when he killed Hiranyakashipu, after killing Hiranyakashipu, Nrisimhadeva Bhagavan, he was so ferocious, very ferocious form. Seeing him, all the demigods became so afraid, frightened. Brahma and very great demigods, they were standing very far from Nrisimhadeva, praying to him, but from far. Prabhu, please specify your anger. Please calm down, Prabhu, calm down. You have already killed your enemy. So now calm down, please. Then Nrisimhadeva Bhagavan became like a very ferocious form. Just like the lion after hunting an elephant. The lion can defeat the elephant in the fight. Not fight, no, what do you say? Anyway, I don't know. Lion kills the elephant and becomes so angry after us. Continues like anger. After, like the enemy is already destroyed, but after doing, like I'd say, like after fighting someone, you still feel so much anger. So like the lion after killing the elephant. The example of also the Mahabharata, Bhima also. When Bhima, Dushasana. When he took the blood of Dushasana's chest, Bhima tore apart the chest of Dushasana and like took his blood. At that time, Bhima was challenging. So everyone, what did he say? Is there anyone who can fight me? Is there anyone? Come, anyone, come. So even from his own brothers, he was defying, like challenging his own brothers. Any person can defeat me now. At that time, Arjuna became angry also. Oh, he's calling me for a fight? I'll go. But Bhagavan Sri Krishna told Arjuna, you cannot fight with him now, because now my Nrisimhadeva avatar is possessing his body now. After killing Hiranyakashipu, when he manifested the ferocious form, the demigods performed many prayers. Then, when okay, so Jam Maharaj and all the protector of the directions, they became so afraid seeing the form of Nrisimhadeva. They started shaking, seeing the ferocious form of Nrisimhadeva. Even Shivaji also ran away. And Shivaji is very dear to Bhagavan. So very dear dear to Lord Shivaji, but still he ran away. Brahmaji couldn't even speak. Like stuttering Prabhu. When they saw Nrisimhadeva, everyone was afraid. So the demigod of death personified in his Jam Maharaj, he was also afraid of Nrisimhadeva. Even the death personified itself is afraid of him. Jai Shri Krishna Gurudev. whose inspiration, all the universes they are taken care of. So, meditating the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. In the Brahma and Gayatri it's also mentioned. Devasya Dimahi Dyutana Prachodayat. Devasya Dimahi. May Swam Bhagavan appear in my heart. Sun and other demigods. They're always bowing their head to his lotus feet, feet of Krishna, and performing many prayers at his feet. Bhargo Devasya Dimahi. Means that Swam Bhagavan, how did he appear? Always with his potency. Bhargo Devasya, Devasya Bhargo. Means the potency of Bhagavan, complete potency. Srimati Radhika. Srimati Radhika also herself. She's performed pastimes of Krishna. Many kinds of lila ras. Many kinds of lilas they perform. Everyone is afraid of Krishna, but Krishna is afraid of whom? Srimati Radhika. Krishna is afraid of the arrows of the eyebrows of Srimati Radhika. So who is the topmost? Srimati Radhika. Today's Ramanujacharya appears. Oh, so I should speak about him. Vishista Advaitavad. What did I say? Rama, Anuja, Ramanuja. Anuja, younger brother. Anuja means younger. So his name was Lakshman Deshik. And appeared in South India. We should know about the conceptions of the sampradayas. There are 4 sampradayas mentioned in the scriptures. How many sampradayas are there? 4. We should take Diksha mantra from if you take a mantra from initiation into in the sampradayas lineages and you do sadhana bhajan, then you can attain perfection. Some people they're chanting all the names independently or being initiated with someone which is not in sampradaya. So in the 4 Vaishnava sampradayas mentioned in the scriptures, then this person will not attain perfection also. Many people say, if I go into a sampradaya, sectarian, then we will become sectarian. I don't want to go into any sampradaya. to do as I want or do my own bhajan. But Shastra explains, no. Therefore, sampradayas mentions Shri, Brahma, Rudra and Sanaka Sampradaya. You must take shelter of any of these four. So being initiated into this one of these four sampradayas, then you can do bhajan. Then if you do bhajan, you attain perfection in the mantra siddhi. First of all, what is a sampradaya? What is a sampradaya? Sam means samyaka. It's directly one place where the prema-bhakti is given. It's sampradaya. Sampradaya. Try to understand the meaning. What is the meaning? Samyaka, direct. A place where the prema-bhakti is given. Samyaka directly, no? Samyak matlab directly or completely? Directly. So it's given the prema bhakti directly. So directly and completely the prema bhakti is given. This is sampradaya. So you can take initiation in any of these four sampradayas. Take Diksha mantra and do bhajan. Then step by step we'll attain perfection. But if you are not initiated in these four sampradayas and just chant the mantra as you want or anything like that, you won't attain the perfection. These four sampradayas, they can purify the earth. This is a shloka from the Padma Purana. What is the main acharya of the Shri Sampradaya? Lakshmi Devi. It's Lakshmi Devi, Shri Sampradaya. And the main acharya of the Brahma Sampradaya? Lord Brahma, four-headed Brahma. The main acharya of the Rudra Sampradaya. Who is he? Lord Shiva. And the Sanaka Sampradaya's main acharya, original acharya, are the four Kumaras. So in this Kali Yuga, there are these four sampradayas. But who are the acharyas of these sampradayas in the Kali Yuga? This is the question. Shri Sampradaya exists, and in the Kali Yuga, the main acharya is Ramanujacharya. In Kali Yuga, the main acharya of the Shri Sampradaya is Ramanujacharya, or also called the Ramanacharya. And the main acharya of Brahma Sampradaya is Brahmaji, but in Kali Yuga, the main acharya is Madhacharya. And the original acharya of Rudra sampradaya is Shiva, but in Kali Yuga, Vishnu Swami is the main acharya. And the Sanat sampradaya, it's Nimbadita in Kali Yuga. The main acharya of the Chatussan sampradaya, the Sanat sampradaya, in Kali Yuga is Nimbadita. 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 So Nimbadita is the acharya of the Sanat sampradaya in Kali Yuga. Who's the worshipful deity of the Sri Sampradaya? Lakshma. They worship. Actually, depending on the upasana. So there are three things: Upasana, upasaka, and upasya. So upasya means who is my worshipful deity? Upasana is like with the mantra you're chanting to worship the deity. Upasana. By which mantra I will worship the deity? Upasana. So there are 5 kinds of rules to attain perfection in the mantra. If you don't have perfection in the mantra, you won't get the fruit of the mantra. Do you understand? If you have no perfection in the mantra, you won't get the fruit of the mantra. What is the process for mantra siddhi? 5 kinds of rules. Mantrartha chintanam. First of all, you have to remember the meaning of the mantra. And also think about the worshipful deity of the mantra. Each mantra has a worshipful deity, presiding deity. Each mantra has a presiding deity, and is Tatri Devata. When you chant the mantra, you must think about the presiding deity of that mantra. Like you call the deity, perform prayers to the deity. The presiding deity of Guru Mantra is Gurudev himself. The presiding deity of Guru Mantra is Gora Sundara himself. Guru Mantra, Gora Gayatri. Gora Mantra, Gora Gayatri. He who maintains the whole world, how he nourishes the whole world with his divine love. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vishwambar, the meaning of Vishwambar. With his love, Mahaprabhu, he nourishes the whole world, maintains the whole world with his divine love. May Gora Sundara appear in my heart. So the presiding deity of Krishna mantra. Who is he? Krishna. Which Krishna? So there are 3 Krishnas there in this mantra, in the Gopal mantra. How many names of Krishna are there? Govinda? Oh, yeah. Krishna, Govinda, Gopijana Vallabha. 3 names are there. because Krishna in the mood of Sakya, Vatsalya and Madhurya. So according to your own bhava and ruchi, you should do the meditation according to your mood. 3 names are there. Krishna, Govinda and Gopijana Vallabh. When you chant the mantra, you should meditate according to your own mood, bhava madhurya. Krishna is surrounded by the gopis. Gopas te parivishtitam Jayanti. Krishna is surrounded by these gopis. I meditate in Gopa. Many secrets are also there. But, huh? एक दिन के?
एक दिन आगे सब बता दो.
For now you don't even remember properly the mantra. You're not even remembering the mantra. After so many days, 15, 1 month, Gurudeva, tell me everything about the mantra, but you don't even remember the mantra properly, or don't even remember the mantra. The Brihad Bhagavatam Sanatana Goswami said, actually the mantra will manifest itself, himself. Swata Siddha, self-manifest, whether you know the meaning or not of the mantra. The mantra will manifest his form automatically. What's the example? Gopa-kumara himself said, his Gurudeva didn't even tell the meaning of the mantra, anything. He spoke the mantra to him and then he fainted. The name of the Guru of Gopa-kumara is Jayanti. Before his Gurudev told Gopa-kumara, I want to give you Jagadisha Prasad, the mercy of Lord. When we hear about prasada, we're thinking about food, right? Like Rasagula Prasada. But the word Prasada means mercy, mercy of Lord. The mercy of Bhagavan. When Jayanti started, he gave to Gopa-kumara the Gopal mantra. And at that moment, the Guru fainted, Jayanti fainted. He spoke the mantra, but how to chant the mantra, the meaning of the mantra, he didn't tell anything. Just as Gurudeva fell unconscious and so much foam started coming from his mouth. Gopa-kumara was afraid. What happened to Gurudeva? Very quickly went on Jamuna to bring some water. He fed some water in the Jamuna for his Gurudev. When he came back, Gurudev had disappeared. And Gopa-kumara himself told him, Mathura Brahman, Brahmana of Mathura. I was feeling so much separation of my Guru, but the order that Gurudev gave me to chant Nama and mantra, I would chant Nama and mantra. So I used to chant this mantra, sing this mantra, Shri Krishna Gopala Hari, and also the Gopal mantra, both. But I didn't know the meaning of the mantra. But chanting the mantra, then the mantra himself manifests. The deity of the mantra himself manifests itself, himself. So if you say, why do you tell the meanings of the mantras? That because why conditioned souls have so many doubts in their mind. It's very hard just to follow what Gurudev said with so much faith. Like, Gurudev didn't even explain. Gurudev give me Ningmala, Tulasi Mala. Gurudev give me Ningmala, so I not get perfection in my mantra. But actually, perfection in the mantra is not coming from the Tulasi Mala or the Ningmala. You just need to chant it, whether it's in the Ningmala or the Tulasi Mala. If you're not chanting the mantra, then how possible? How Mahaprabhu used to chant Harinam? He would make some knots in a cloth. You just need to chant the holy names. We have to chant. Just explains. In the Tulasi Mala or Manimala. So also you can have these crystals. Mala made of small stones, crystals, gems. But why do we give intense the Tulasi Mala? Because if you touch Tulasi, your heart is pure, your body is pure just by touching Tulasi. Because the Tulasi is very dear to Lord. Tulasi is very dear to Lord. Without Tulasi, Bhagavan doesn't accept anything. Because of this, the Tulasi is given. But if you have faith and Nishtha, chanting the holy names, Nama Prabhu will give the fruit, whether you know the meaning or not. Automatically the fruit will come. For example, the fire. Whether you know the fire burns or not, unknowingly or knowingly, if you put the hands in the fire will burn you or not? Every substance has its own inherent nature. For example, the nature of the fire is to burn, right? Whether you know it or not, you put your hand in the fire, the fire will burn you in certain. So in the same way, whether you know the meaning of the mantra or not, if you chant it with faith, the mantra will give the fruit. Faith means simple faith. Saral Vishwas, simple faith. But the conditioned souls, they don't easily have this simple faith. It's not easy. not easy for a conditioned soul to have simple faith. With faith. Actually, if you have faith and you do anything, then you get the fruit. If you do something, if you read the Shastras, knowing the meaning or not, but if you read it with faith, the scriptures, you'll get the fruit. You know, Mahaprabhu Mandir.
मंदिर
Mahaprabhu went himself in the one temple, and there was a boy reading the Bhagavad Gita. He was not pronouncing the words nicely, like correctly. Even Panitas used to pass by and used to laugh at him, like, what is this? Nobody gave attention to him. But Mahaprabhu went there and sat in front of the boy. You know, Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu sat next to this boy. The boy was reading the Bhagavad Gita. Then after he finished, then Mahaprabhu asked him, why are you crying while you read the Bhagavad Gita? The boy, very simple way, gave an answer to Mahaprabhu. Actually, I don't know the meaning of the words that I'm reading in Sanskrit. I'm just reading because I have faith in the instructions of my guru. The boy was saying. One day I asked my Gurudev. One day I went to my Gurudev and asked, Gurudev, I don't have Sanskrit grammar knowledge. I also did never study so much in my life. I don't have so much knowledge, so what should I do? Then Gurudev gave me the Bhagavad Gita. He told me, you read the Bhagavad Gita. He said, I don't know the meaning of the words. I just read the Gita because my Gurudev told me to. So I'm just reading the Gita because Gurudev advised me to. But I don't know the meaning even. I'm just reading the Gita because my Gurudev instructed me to. But when I started reading the Gita, what did I see? That's why Bhagavan Sri Krishna was riding the chariot of Arjun. And at that time, the beautiful smiling face of Sri Krishna was so beautiful, and he was looking at Arjun. He was giving instructions to Arjun. Whom? Oh, Swayam Bhagavan. And he was sitting where? On the chariot of Arjun. So the beautiful lotus face of Shri Krishna, smiling face. Automatically this face was appearing in my heart. And I saw this beautiful form of Lord and I was crying. Because when you see Bhagavan, you feel so much happiness. Because of the happiness, your heart melts. And then tears come. So tears come from the eyes for two reasons. You can cry for happiness or for sadness. How do you know if the person is crying? For happiness or for sadness? How to recognize?
ठंडा है या गर्म है आंसू
So the tears that come from happiness, they are cold tears. But and when you cry from separation, like you're suffering or separation, then it's warm. The tears are warm. This happens with you?
वही बोल
He's saying, oh, today's Ramanujacharya appears day. They are saying, yeah, Gurudev is talking about this. Here it is, Mahaprabhu told. Your reading the Gita is successful. Whether you know the meaning or not. still the condition, so it's like, oh, Gurudeva, tell me the meaning, da da da. You must be initiated into a sampradaya, in a sampradaya. Then you can chant that mantra and you'll get the fruit. Whether you know the meaning or not, just with faith. So for mantra siddhi, so 5 process, mantrata chetanam, otherwise also will become just like the parrot chanting the name of Ram or Krishna. But when the cat attacks the parrot is just like tan, tan, tan. That's why at least know a little bit the meaning of what you're singing. At least it's good also. Yeah. No need to speak too much, you'll not understand anyway, just a little bit. So, general meaning or simple meaning is given, like a little bit of the meaning. Understand? The more you do bhajan slowly, then you have more desire to understand the deep meaning of the mantras and to do bhajan. The more you have this eagerness, greed to know more, you want to enter the deep knowledge, deep meaning of the mantra, about the personality of the mantra. Each akshar, how each word refers to one limb of God. For example, in the Kama Gayatri, 24 and a half. So there are 24 and a half syllables in the Gayatri, in the Kama Gayatri. Ashtadashak. There are 18 syllables in the Gopal mantra, 18. And in Kama Gayatri, 24 and a half. And these 24 and a half syllables of the Kama Gayatri are the referred to the limbs of Krishna. Even the Vishwanath Chakravarti himself didn't understand and would charge the 24 and a half syllables. Because, okay, 24 syllables, but a half syllable, what is this? Half syllable. And they are limbs of Krishna, each of the syllable. Vishwanath Chakravarti was like so like he was upset because he wanted to know. He was like really in stress. I want to know. Because Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami wrote in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that the Kama Gayatri had 24 and a half syllables. And each of the syllables refers to one limbs of Krishna. So what is the half syllable and which one is the half limb? So if I don't know this, what is my, like, what's the use of my life? He went to Radhakunda, he wanted to kill himself. So it was like midnight, 1 a.m. He came outside and Srimati Radhika appeared. Hey Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad, you are my dear Saki. Still to teach the jivas. You are doing this. But also Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is also Kasturi Manjari. So whatever he wrote is 100% truth. But I'll give you some direction. Like the Panditas, they don't speak everything. Like they just give small indication of what they're speaking. The Panditas, they speak in small indication because para bom entendedor, minha palavra basta. But foolish people, they don't understand. You have to just to beat them to understand. So they say like this. The Panditas, they speak to each other in indication. They just speak a little bit. They don't explain in details. But for foolish people, how to speak to them is actually by beating. So Srimati Radhika, in the same way, she just indicated to Vishwanath Chakravarti where he should look further, look up the meaning. Okay, look, the meaning of what you want to know is in the book Varna Nimagam Bhaskar. So this book will explain everything, which syllables they have, and all this. Then Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad found the book, then checked in the book, looked up in the book, and all his doubts were dispelled. So after this, Nrisimhadeva is the second one in the Bhajana Rahasya. It's described. Means how many times to chant the mantra, how to chant the mantra. Then prapatti, Sharanagati, Atmaniveda. And then after Sharanagati, Atmaniveda. That's it. 5 rules of how to chant the mantra. Very simple. But Gopa-kumara, Gurudeva told, and actually, when Gurudeva spoke, he just gave the Gopal mantra and Gurudeva immediately fainted and then disappeared. But Gopa-kumara told, hey, Mathura Brahman, so I was always chanting Nama and mantra. Nama and mantra both. So it's the holy names you're singing. Shri Krishna Gopala Hare Mukunda. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Mukunda. Shri Krishna Gopala Hare Mukunda. Okay, and also the mantra he was singing was Gopal mantra. Lakshman Deshik. Okay, so we are talking about Ramanujacharya. His initial name was Lakshman Deshik. Lakshman. He's directly Lakshman. That's why his name is Ramanuja, younger brother of Ram. The Katha about Ramanujacharya is very beautiful. Time is up. He had one disciple called Kuresh. Later I'll tell more. Actually, he had before a Mayavadi guru, Jadavacharya. His guru's name was Jadavacharya. He was serving Gurudev. Jadavacharya was a great pandit, full knowledge of Sanskrit grammar, but he was a Mayavadi, Advaitavadi, monist, impersonalist. One day, Ramanujacharya was serving his Gurudev, massaging him with oil. Jadavacharya was laying down and he was massaging his back with oil. Another devotee came and told one verse from the Upanishads. Like, oh Gurudeva, please tell me the meaning of this verse. The devotee asked Jadavacharya. That sloka was referring kapasya. Was mentioning that the eyes of Lord were like the lotus. How are the eyes of Bhagavan? So the verse mentioned like Lord's eyes like Pundarikaksha, lotus eyes. But actually this Jadavacharya, when he gave explanation of the verse, he compared the reddish in Bhagavan's eyes, which is like the blossom lotus. Sorry, not blossom lotus, the half blossom lotus. Right? It's a little bit reddish in Bhagavan's eyes. Then Jadavacharya compared these with the ass of a monkey, back part, because it's, you know the how to say, ass is red, monkey's back ass is red. So he compared these two. So this is a very inferior example how to compare. The eyes of Lord are reddish like the ass of the monkey, of a monkey. Buttocks, okay, buttocks is a better word, I think, it's more polite. So the buttocks of a monkey is red. When the Lakshman Deshik heard, what? Beautiful lotus eyes of Lord, and you're comparing it to the buttocks of a monkey. So he started crying so much. And his tears were falling on the back of Jadavacharya. Who is crying? Jadavacharya asked, and another disciple said, oh, he is crying. It's Lakshman Deshik. Jadavacharya said, why are you crying? Then he said, Gurudeva, Bhagavan's eyes of Bhagavan are so beautiful, glorifying all Vedas, Puranas and Upanishads. His body is so beautiful. And you have compared his eyes with the buttocks of a monkey, which are reddish. This is not proper. Jadavacharya became angry. Why are you crying? Bhagavan doesn't even have form. He does not even have a form. Come on. Just Leela. He doesn't have a form. We cannot meditate in something which has no form, he told. That's why, just for now, we are meditating in the form of Bhagavan. But actually, we could meditate in anything because he's Brahma. Brahma has no form, no potency, no activities. Nirakara, Nirvisheshna. He has no form, Nirakara. Nirvikar, Nirvishesh, Niranjan. He doesn't have form, activity, speciality, nothing. You think really Bhagavan has eyes? Come on. Ears. Feet. Oh my. He's Brahma. Come on. Only light is there. This is the conception of the Advaitavadis, monists. That's why. We could give an example. There's no problem. You can meditate in a dog, think that dog is Bhagavan, and it's also a problem. Thinking he's Brahma, and okay. You know, when Bhaktivinoda Thakur became the Mahanta, yes, when Bhaktivinoda Thakur was the manager of Puri, some Advaitavadis wanted to put the deity of a dog in the Jagannatha temple. Because Brahma has no form, he can have any form. You can just imagine any form. Bhaktivinoda Thakur chased them away. Get out. No. The Advaitavadis, following the Shankaracharya, they say Brahma has no form. You can think about anything. Just meditate in any form and you can merge in Brahma. Lakshman Deshik. So Lakshman Deshik was nothing less. Because when the Guru told all these things, he told Gurudev, why are you saying this? The Shastra describes beautiful form of Lord. But the scriptures say that Lord has a form. The scriptures say he has no legs, but he has legs. What is the meaning? Sorry, his feet is transcendental. So when the scriptures say he has no legs, but he walks, what is the meaning? His limbs are transcendental, not material. He walks, he sees, he eats. So even a small boy, Lakshman Deshik, he was cutting all the arguments of his own Guru. He doesn't have eyes, but he looks. How? Because his eyes are transcendental, that's why. Another, but because in one Shastra is saying that Krishna, Lord has no form, but in other scripture are saying that he has form. So what is the meaning of this? Actually, he has eyes, but they are transcendental eyes. It's not material. Transcendental. For example, a person does not eat daytime. Suppose someone is not eating daytime during the day. You know, like in the Muslims, they follow some vow that they only eat during the evening, not during the day. They do very hard vow for 1 month. Roja. So they follow this roja in the Muslims. They're not eating during the day. And they're very strict. From the sunrise until evening they don't eat. But after sunset, then they eat. So what I want to say, one person that is not eating during the day, but he's fat. So if he's not eating during the day, it means he's doing during the night. Otherwise, how he became fat? What is the meaning? What is the meaning of the scriptures? Bhagavan has no eyes, but he sees. So we can infer Bhagavan has transcendental eyes. He has no feet, but he walks. Means his feet are, his legs are transcendental. You can understand the meaning of the scriptures in 2 ways. Abhidhavritti, direct meaning, and Lakshanavritti, indirect meaning. Abhidhavritti, direct meaning, directly, sometimes indirectly. And the example is Gangayam Goshapalli Pulli. There's a village of cowherd people in the Ganges. Gangayam Goshapalli. There's a village of cowherd people in the Ganges. Who stays in the Ganges? Gopa-Polli. Polli means like village. So actually, but nobody can live in the Ganges, right? Only on the banks of the Ganges, of course. The villagers of those who are cowherds. The cowherd people. It's in the Ganges. Gangayam Goshapulli. But they don't live inside the water. It means on the shore, right? On the banks, of course. So in Sanskrit, so in the Ganges means not inside the water, of course, means on the shore. Sorry, on the shore, at the shore. What is the meaning? to understand the meaning of the scriptures. Two things are there. Abhida vritti, direct meaning, and lakshana vritti, direct meaning. Sorry, so this small boy, Lakshman Deshik, he taught this lesson to his own guru. Gurudeva, why you say this? Why, how come you give this such an inferior example? Bhagavan is the Supreme Lord of all the universes. His form is so beautiful. Shastra describes the beautiful form of Lord, and you are comparing his form with the buttocks of a monkey, which are reddish. If you compare something to something else, you should compare with something good. Understand? Not with inferior things. When you give some comparison, you should compare to good things with good things, not with inferior things. And the buttocks of a monkey, what is it? Means what? You're making God like inferior, you're like criticizing God. But actually, he wanted to do exactly this because Jadavacharya was evil. You know the Advaitavadis. They don't want to accept Bhagavan. He's a stone. Worshipping a stone will take you to where? They think the deity is only a stone. But the form of Lord is Sachidananda Vigraha transcendental. And they think that the deity of Bhagavan is a piece of stone. Why did you pranam to a piece of stone? So, this boy, Lakshman Deshik, defeated Jadavacharya. Hearing this, Jadavacharya thought when he grows older, like when he grows up, he will like destroy my sampradaya and also cut all my arguments to finish me. So if there's no bamboo forest, nobody will play the flute. So Jadavacharya decided to kill Lakshman Deshik, to murder him. Oh, bring something for me inside that forest. So they left him in the forest and wanted the lion to eat him alive. Jadavacharya brought Ramanujacharya in the jungle, Lakshman Deshik in the jungle. But actually something amazing happened. Kaun? Raj? Bhadra Raj. Sorry, Gurudev. He died. Jadavacharya died, and then Bhagavan. Jadavacharya told one disciple, leave Lakshman Deshik in the forest. So they left him. That person who had left Ramanujacharya in the forest, he was eaten by the lion. The person who left him was eaten by the lion, not Ramanujacharya. And Ramanujacharya somehow was able to come out of the forest and come back. So then he realized, oh, my guru is like Mayavadi and Aparadi. The Mayavadis are offenders. So I have to give up this kind of guru. If the guru is, you can only give up the guru in 3 occasions. If the guru is against the Vaishnavas, criticize the Vaishnavas, then you should give up this guru. Hold a moment. If the guru associates with women also should give up this guru. And third, apara, mayavadi. Doesn't have knowledge of the scriptures. Doesn't have realization. Also should give up this guru. Useless. Just like a blind person guiding another blind person, both will to the ditch, will fall in the ditch. Mati nakri Krishna parata sutova mito bipadit grihavratanam adanta gobi vishatam tamisram punapana sutacharanam. You should remember some verses. Do you know this verse? Chewing something which already was chewed and spit. Chewing the chewed. Do you think something can get out of it? Some rasa, some taste, some juice? Nothing, because it's already chewed. In the Javadharma, Bhaktivinoda Thakur told you can only give up Guru in 3 occasions. What the 3 occasions? Mayavadi, if the Guru is Mayavadi, chanting Aham Brahmasmi, give up him. If Guru is associating with women, and third, Vaishnava para. And if the Guru criticizes the Vaishnavas, give up on him. Mahaprabhu says, don't criticize anyone. What to speak of the Vaishnavas? No one you should criticize. Gurudeva used to say in his lectures, those who criticize the Vaishnavas, they are not even yet human beings. Don't criticize anyone. If you don't like their conceptions, okay. But what is the benefit in criticizing? Not everyone thinks the same, so yeah, it's okay, you disagree, just don't criticize. Don't associate with the person, don't criticize him, that's it. You should not associate with him and also not criticize. Because if you criticize, his defects will come to you. Because you become absorbed in this. If you cannot purify him or correct him, so what is the benefit in criticizing him? You first try to rectify yourself, then you can rectify others. That person who is speaking something, but he can actually purify the person. He's not actually criticizing, just trying to purify the person. But if you're not purified, or you want to purify others, rectify others, then you become absorbed in the person's faults, and also you'll be saying and like fallen. What is ninda? Tell me, what is ninda? Criticism. If you say that a thief person is a thief, this is not criticizing. To call a thief is not ninda, it's not criticism. You will say that a thief is a sadhu. Paranguru Maharaj wrote this. So you told that the thief is a thief, the sadhu is sadhu.
तो कहते भाई उसके चोर कह के हमें फायदा क्या वो
But also, what is the benefit of telling that the person is a thief? If you're yourself not rectified or purified, what is the benefit in also telling others about like that person? No benefit. You can tell that the thief is a thief if you can purify him or correct him. You're not purified yourself. And you're trying to purify others. Dono aí? Dono aí aqui? And they both will fall down. You don't know how to swim, suppose. Swim. And one person is drowning in the water. And then it jumps in the water to save that person. But you don't know how to swim yourself. Actually, he'll catch you when you come there. He'll try to catch you for you to like help him. But because you don't know how to swim, both would sink in the water. This is true or not? First, before jumping in the water, you have to analyze. Do I know how to swim or not? If you don't know how to swim, you go there, he'll like catch you because he's like desperate, and then both fall down and like sink in the water. So Ramanujacharya saw. Jadavacharya is which kind of guru? Mayavadi guru. Sorry, so I shouldn't give up on him. Give him up. I shouldn't give him up. Jamunacharya. Then he took initiation from Jamunacharya. Then he took sannyas. It's also a very beautiful story. Understand? But he couldn't take initiation directly because when he came, Gurudev had already just disappeared. He was so upset. Oh, but I need to take sannyas. Then he saw that Gurudev's fingers, Jamunacharya's fingers, three fingers were like closed. So he said, I'll take sannyas. And also I will defeat the Mayavad philosophy. So the fingers were opening. And another thing he said, I'll establish the Vaishnava Dharma. Sorry, no. I will write a commentary on the Vedanta, he said, Sribhasa. And third, I will preach the pure Vaishnava Dharma. Then according to all the rules, he took sannyas and his name became Ramanujacharya. Before his name was Lakshman. Then he became now Ramanujacharya. He wrote a commentary on Vedanta Sutra. And his philosophy was Vishista Advaita Vad. Vishista Advaita or Vishista Advaita? Vishista Advaita or Advaita? Advaita. Vishista. Specialized. I don't know how to translate dualism or monism. Vishista Advaita. Anyway, a cow, red cow. Okay, cow is the noun. But how is the cow? Cow is like red, black, white. In the same way, Bhagavan is there, Brahma is there. But Brahma has potency. So, shakti is like an adjective, like Like for example, if you say the black cow is black or red, white, it is an adjective to the noun cow. So the adjective and the noun are there. The cow is a noun. White or red, visheshan, adjective. Brahma has specialities, qualities, adjectives. He has a potency. Brahma is not Shakti without potency. He has potency, Shakti. Isn't it? But the Dvaitavadis are saying Brahma has no potency, has no form. What is the meaning of the word Brahma? Brahma Shabd. The main meaning of the word Brahma is Bhagavan. From the rubber root Briham, Brihat. He's big, great, and he others make others big also. He's great, and he also make great to others. The speaks like this. Means he's always growing, and very big, gigantic. He's God, Brahma. He's Bhagavan. Guru does not make disciples. Bhaktivedanta explains. Guru makes guru, not disciples. Guru makes guru. If you get a nice wood, you can sculpt the wood. Sculpt? You say carve the wood, and you can make a boat out of a wood. And in that wood, that boat, you can even carry kilos and tons of wood and cross a river. Generally, the wood would sink in the water, right? But if you carve the wood and you make a boat of wood. Before the general wood sinks, but if you make the boat, this boat can carry tons and tons of goods to cross the river. Before that wood sink, that piece of wood. But now the wood is floating and also carrying others on top of him, of the wood. Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada gave this example. So, actually the guru never makes a disciple. From the general conception we're saying, oh Maharaj, how many disciples do you have? We're saying. People ask these things. How many disciples do you have? I don't even have one disciple. I only make gurus. But Srila Bhaktivedanta did this or not? He said, I don't even have one disciple. All are gurus. Like Bhakti Praginikeshwara Goswami Maharaj, for example. Another, Srila Bhakti Madhava Goswami Maharaj. Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, all of them. So when you surrender to Guru, Guru sends his potency in your heart. Understand? So to become disciple or Guru. Everybody should become Guru. Mahaprabhu told, by my order, you should become a Guru and deliver everyone, everywhere. Sorry, Mahaprabhu told. What is my instruction? Chant holy names everywhere. But also you have to preach, following all the behaviors yourself. Otherwise no one will listen to you if you're not following yourself. Ata. You're eating sweets and you tell others not to eat sweets, so like no one will hear. Maybe you say, no, I don't have sugar, like diabetes. You have to follow the achar, the behavior to preach. I have to do both. I have to preach, following all the behaviors. Both things have to do. I have to do bhajan and also preach at the same time, simultaneously. Oh no, first letting all perfection, then I will preach, but then you die before that. As much as you have learned, this you just follow and teach others. Whatever you have already learned, follow that completely and also teach others. Chant holy names. So you chant holy names yourself, like you should chant, and also engage others in the chanting as well. Just continue chanting or just engaging others, but you yourself are not chanting. So you also must chant yourself. At the same time, tell others to chant. Only like you chant, you chant, you chant. And how much you have chanted? Not even one round. No, this is not actual preaching.
वो ठीक से लगाया नहीं ना
The conceptions of Ramanujacharya are very beautiful. How he used to preach. Even he made a lusty man become a disciple. Just with his remnants of prasad, he turned the lusty man into a devotee. He went to a devotee's house. They were very poor. What is the name? The family was very poor. So Gurudev came. Husband was not also there, and the wife was thinking how to serve the Guru. So there was a shop owner nearby. No, like a grocery shop owner. He was like a vicious man, evil person. He was always desiring the wife of others. So, but this woman thought, it's devotee. Gurudev came, I need to serve him. So she came to you and offered himself in exchange of groceries. He said, okay, take whatever you want. In the night, you come to my house. So he gave all the groceries to her, everything. Then she cooked for everyone and fed Gurudeva, Ramanujacharya and all the disciples. Evening time, her husband came home. Oh, Gurudeva came, everyone came. Everyone is fed, everyone is happy, everything's okay. How did you do this? How did you do this amazing service? So she told everything, how she got the groceries and everything. You know that evil grocery shop owner, I offered myself in exchange of the groceries. So the husband helped the wife to come there, and also the woman, very clever, brought some remnants of prasad of Ramanujacharya. So when this man ate these remnants, his heart completely changed. Actually, he fell at the feet of that woman and he started crying, "File me, file me." Give me darshan of your Gurudev. So this man came and also fell at the feet of Ramanujacharya. also Ramanujacharya had another disciple called Danurdar. Before he was a drunkard, going here and there with the wife of others, like very vicious man. And they were about to open the altar in Ramanujacharya's temple. Danurdar was a very evil man, and he was leaning on the altar, and he had a girlfriend. He was staring at his girlfriend's face. So it was time to open the altar, and still he was leaning against the altar's door, altar's like curtain. Who would tell him? Because he was like a criminal. If any person would tell him anything, he would become angry and maybe kill the person or beat the person. Or the disciples of Ramanujacharya, they didn't know what to do. They came to Gurudev and told him that like men came like a gangster. What can we do? Then Ramanujacharya said, please, turn back, we have to open the altar, give darshan. Then he said, this deity is a piece of stone. You see, look at my girlfriend. She's so beautiful. She's shining, glittering of beauty. Jalma. Then Ramanujacharya told, look, okay, your wife was not wife, was just girlfriend. Beloved. Stupid nonsense. Ramanujacharya told, her stool is an actual plastic bag, her body full of stool urine. This is her body. Now, if the person has that in the donkey, what in the teeth? Which one? Some problem in the teeth, and so much bad smell comes from the mouth. Anyway, so Ramanujacharya told, my deity is so beautiful, much more than your girlfriend. Then the person told Anuja, if your deity is really more beautiful than my wife, then I'll give up everything, surrender to you. Ramanujacharya put his hand on the head of Danurdar. Okay, now turn back and look at the deity. So he saw the deity and he fainted. Danurdar saw the deity and he fainted. And Ramanujacharya showed his opulence doing this with this Danurdar. His power, right? Then Danurdar woke up and completely surrendered to him. But Ramanujacharya thought, no need to give up your girlfriend. You marry her properly and stay with her in family and serve the deity. So Danurdar accepted her as a wife. And every day he used to come to the temple to do service. He used to completely serve Ramanujacharya and the Thakurji. He was thief, dacoit, gangster, so much doing so many bad things. And now he was completely one-pointed to Guru and so much nishta, and his heart changed completely. He was from Shudra family, Danurdar. He was from Shudra family. When Ramanujacharya would bathe in the Ganges, on the way going to the Ganges, he was leaning on the shoulders of the Brahmana disciples. And after bathing in the Ganges, Ramanujacharya would lean on the shoulder of Danurdar. The disciples Brahmana disciples, we are Brahmana. When Gurudev is going to bathe, he's holding our shoulders. But when he's coming back from the Ganges, he's leaning on the shoulder of the disciple, who is a Grihasta and also Shudra. What is this? Ramanujacharya heard that the disciples were talking this. Ramanujacharya But actually, Danurda was such a surrendered person. We don't understand who is a Shudra and who is a Brahmana actually. Danurda was so surrendered. Then one day, Ramanujacharya gave new clothes to all the disciples, like dorkopin, very like a small cloth, like a loin cloth. I said, okay, go for bathing, and then put your new clothes. The disciples went for a bath, but he had an intimate personal servant. Ramanujacharya told the Brahmana boys are bathing. You should go and change the places where they put their clothes. Change the position. His cloth put here, another cloth put there in its place. So after the Brahmanas took a bath, they wore each other's clothes, and then they saw this and they started even beating each other. This cloth they gave me. No, he gave me. He gave me. I like this one. I like this one. So they came to complain to Ramanujacharya, all of them. Ramanujacharya said, yeah, okay. Okay, this happened already. Okay, leave it. Now it's a quarrel. And Danuda would come every night to listen to Radhika every day. So Ramanujacharya told to his Brahmana disciples, Danuda has a lot of wealth in his house, so now it's already 10 p.m. His wife is sleeping. Go there, bring everything they have in their house, bring everything. So all the disciples came and took all the things in the house of Danuda to bring to the Guru. Even the wife of Danuda, she was sleeping. And she had ornaments in her body, in the right hand. They even removed the ornaments she had in their right wrist, on the right wrist. And then she woke up with this. And all the disciples ran away quickly. And Ramanujacharya told, go back, now it's late, your wife is sleeping, it's time to go back. Nanda came back, his wife was crying. What happened? Our Guru Bhais took everything, but no problem. So what happened? Why are you crying? This all, our house is also the wealth of Guru, everything. Just change shifts from one room to another room inside the same house. Like from our house in the temple, same. And said, no, I'm not crying because they took everything. I'm crying because they didn't take the ornaments in my left wrist. I couldn't serve completely. And Ramanujacharya had told to the Brahmana disciples, listen from the back door what they are speaking inside. So they heard this conversation. All the disciples then finally realized why Ramanujacharya, after bathing the Ganges, he was leaning on the shoulder of the Shudra disciple, because he was a surrendered soul. Many teachings are there. Many teachings in the life of Ramanujacharya. Also the story of Kuresh, how he sacrificed his eyes for Gurudev. Time is up now. Time.